Good afternoon and welcome to GrainTV. It's June 17th, 2013. I'm Logan Burgess. To my right here is Brock Shimano. Brock, let's jump into fire tip, see how the grains traded here to open the week. As you can see, we had quite a bit of strength on old crop corn, up 13.5 cents on the July contract. New crop corn up 5.5. Soybeans backing off a little bit here, down 4 on the old crop contract. Down 12 3/4 on the November delivery. Chicago wheat off 1/4 cent. Kansas City wheat up 2 1/4. If you guys want live quotes over at your home or office, visit us at grainhedge.com. You can take a no obligation trial of the fire tip platform that you see here on GrainTV. Brock, the big news this afternoon, though, was that crop progress report. We just got that in hand. Kind of break down the numbers. What do we see here this afternoon? What does that mean here moving forward?
You know, we really didn't see any surprises out of the crop progress report. The numbers we were kind of focusing in on were the good to excellent ratings for corn. That came in at 64% good to excellent. That's still 1% above where we were last year at this same time. Right. Corn emergence is at 92%. That's about 5% behind the 5-year average, which is 97%. For soybeans, the number we were kind of looking at was the planting progress. Average of the analyst guess was for about 82 to 86% there. What we got was about 85%, so that came right within analyst expectations. Not a big surprise there. Right. Something that is to note, though, is good to excellent ratings. The first time it's been reported this year came in at 64% good to excellent. That's 8% above where we were last year at this same time. Winter wheat, 11% harvested, so not a big surprise there. 10% was about the expectation.
Yeah, it seems like, you know, as far as the corn good to excellent rating, we certainly had a good week last week, and it seems like right now projections are for weather to remain favorable here for the next week, so it wouldn't be surprising to see that good to excellent rating bumped up a little bit here. You know, if we look at the trade action that we saw in today's trade, though, it seemed like a lot of the action was on the old crop grain contracts. You know, we had old crop corn trading up 13.5 cents here. Certainly seems like the Argentinian strike supported things a little bit here. You know, we read that 15% of typical grain deliveries were made today to the Rosario exchange down in Argentina. So their strike has pretty substantially limited grain movement in that country. And it seems like that spilled over into the U.S. futures market in a little bit, bidding things up. We reported on it last week. The Chinese were sniffing around for corn out of the Pacific Northwest, and it seems like basis levels in the cash market have remained extremely strong here for spot deliveries here and deliveries over the next couple months. So it seems like that's really supported things there. If you look at the chart here, though, right here we're looking at a daily chart, and you can see that with today's action, we're kind of toward the high end of the range that we've traded here over the last couple really weeks here. And if you look here, we still have this gap to fill. We almost filled it a couple trade sessions ago, but that should act as really resistance to this trade if we continue to move higher. And additionally, you can see here that we have this long-term trend line coming in here as well. A point of convergence here. We'd certainly expect that to limit any gains there to the top side, but that's an important area to watch. Keep in mind, 676 is that price level. It seems like old crop beans today as well, Brock, had really kind of a strong showing. We did close down 4 cents on the day, but we closed 22 cents off the lows in the trade session. Certainly seemed like the NOPA crush numbers that we got out today were really supporting things there. On average, the trade was looking for about 118 million bushels of soybeans crushed during the month of May. That came in, the reported number today came in 122 million bushels, so 4 million bushels higher than what the trade is expecting. Certainly rallied things there. We had a pretty good close for soybeans. As I said, 22 cents off the low. We had a good showing there.
You know, I think it was really important to get back above that $15 price level. I talked about on the morning call here this morning. In the overnight session, we did get quite a bit below that. I think we hit about $14.90 or so, but we did rally off the lows, like you said. Yep. Ended up back above $15. So I think that support level is still holding, even though we did get below it in the overnight session.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, one last thing that we did get today, or I guess early in the session, but it didn't seem like a huge driver of prices, was the export inspections report. Kind of what did that look like?
You know, the export inspections for old crop corn and soybeans, you know, it's really starting to slow down quite a bit as we get towards the end of the marketing years there. For corn, we came in at about 14 million bushels exported. That was quite a bit above analyst expectations. Yeah. But for the year, we're still about 28 million bushels ahead of that revised pace that we got last Wednesday. For soybeans, we're about 70 million bushels ahead on the revised pace as well. But this week was pretty dismal. Only about 2.7 million bushels were exported. Wheat, for their new marketing year, we saw about 21 million bushels exported for wheat this week.
Certainly. Well, coming down the pipe here this week to keep an eye on, we will get EIA ethanol numbers out on Wednesday. We'll get the export sales report on Thursday. But kind of the big thing right now that the grain market in general has really been focused on is that June 28th planted acreage report. Certainly big implications here for new crop grain prices as far as what the planted acreage is that we get from the USDA out of that report, particularly for this corn market after the USDA didn't revise their projections at all in last Wednesday's WASDE report. We'll keep you posted on expectations coming into that report there on June 28th. And right now we have a special going at Grain Hedge. If you sign up for a new account before June 28th, we'll refund the cost of your wire and give you 4 free trades. So if you've been thinking about opening an account, now's a great time. Give us a call at the office if you have questions about that. Our number is 877-472-4607. In general, Brock, that's kind of what we saw here for the grain market. Thanks a lot for joining us on Grain TV. We'll see you tomorrow.